Oh, listen, y'all, I cannot dance hip-hop. I can't do it. No, but what I can dance is Greek dance. Oh, you don't know about Greek dance? You should Google it, and then when you're done, come back to this video, and let me prove it to you. See, we got 1 medal, we got 2 medals, we got 3 medals. Oh, wait. We got 4 medals. Now, you still don't believe me? No, I'm not showing you a video of how I Greek dance. We're gonna get into my review for Work It, so let's get started. What's going on, you guys? James here with another real review, and today we're talking all about Netflix's original movie, Work It. And you guys, hey, I am pleasantly surprised by this movie. But before I get into any of my pros and my cons, guys, if it's your first time here at the channel, welcome to Real James, where I talk about movies and TV just like this. So if you don't want to miss out on anything new, go ahead and hit the big red button below and subscribe to the channel and tap on that bell as well so you get notified anytime I drop a video. If you missed it, I dropped my season 2 review of The Umbrella Academy. It is great, and I have another review dropping next month. It's a tiny film. It's called Mulan. Yeah, I've seen it already. Also, go ahead and smash that like button if you haven't already, and comment down below and let me know if you're excited for this movie, and if you've already seen it, let me know what you think. So if you don't know anything about Work It, just like I did, it surrounds a group of high schoolers, one in particular named Quinn. She's a bookworm, an A+ student, and she wants to get into Duke University. Well, she sort of tries a little too hard because she lies to the academic officer and says, I am a dancer, and she clearly is not. So now she has to prove this lie in front of this academic advisor at a dance competition. So she enlists the help of her friend Jazz. They go off and form their own team, and they run into a choreographer who is a legend in this town, or a legend on YouTube at least, and things get a little spicy. I'll just leave it at that. So let's hop right into what I liked about Work It. And guys, you gotta temper your expectations here. This is a movie in a teenage atmosphere. It's a high school environment, so don't come thinking you're gonna get a concrete story like in an Oscar-worthy drama. However, this serves its purpose because it's not only enjoyable, it's just fun and carefree in the best way possible. And you honestly get that vibe from the beginning of the movie because the opening credits were some of the most unique opening credits I've seen all year long, and it just kind of effortlessly flows into this dance-heavy atmosphere. I love the fact that you can just break out into a dance battle and it just feels so natural in this environment. And credit to director Terruso for really gathering the right people and putting them in the right places. I mean, starting with the screenplay here, guys, it's really fun. But not only that, it's also energetic and quirky, and I mean, Allison Peck does a really nice job at just balancing all of those elements in writing for these characters. You know, it didn't feel like the script ever really got in the way of the acting, and that's kind of rare because sometimes you find that scripts will get in the way of the actor's ability, and here I feel like she catered to each and every actor. The humor was really effective. I felt like it just fit with the overall mood of the film. And I really do love that the movie understood its audience, but still made it accessible for those who aren't growing up with these modern day hits. And yes, I'm a 90s baby. I love Stomp the Yard, You Got Served, but guys, I'm gonna be honest with you, I appreciated that this film really infused a lot of the hits you're hearing on the radio today. So the songs really fit the period of time that the movie set in, and yeah, I found myself saying, hey Siri, what's the name of this song? A lot. I mean, it's just so catchy, guys. Okay, so finally we get to talk about the cast of this film. I mean, the chemistry was just oozing off the screen. Each of them really played their roles very well, but they felt like friends on screen. And there is no lack of star power in this film. I mean, these actors have such a huge following. So let's start at the top with Sabrina Carpenter as Quinn and Liza Koshy as her best friend Jazz. Both of them have such great comedic timing, and I think the way they bounce jokes off of one another, I almost felt like they were improvising, and it worked. And honestly, some of the funniest moments really came in the littlest bits of dialogue. You know, with Liza Koshy just dropping something as subtle as, I miss paper towels. But it worked. That line right now doesn't sound funny, but in the context of that scene, it worked so effectively. I was cracking up. I really do hope that Liza Koshy gets even more recognition because of this film, and I want to see her in more roles because she crushed it here. And then there's Sabrina Carpenter, who is great in this film. I mean, she's able to balance two different personas, one being a scholar who is headfirst into her books, and the other being a girl who really wants to do something that she's passionate about without someone telling her to do it. You know, her mother in this film, they have a very back and forth relationship. Her mother's always trying to tell her, go into med school. Like, did you tell them you're going to med school? You're going to do pre-med? And you can tell that Quinn is not really receptive. And I don't know what it was about Sabrina Carpenter, but I kind of related to that in a sense. So I loved her performance here. And guys, I'm not leaving out Jordan Fisher. The man can dance. I mean, dang it, he's impressive. I mean, the most impressive dance sequences were involving Jordan Fisher, but it's the chemistry between his character, Jake Taylor, and Quinn. I love Sabrina Carpenter and Jordan Fisher together. They had a believable romance, and I mean, I just was rooting for them. I mean, I wanted them to be strong throughout the entire film. Never did I feel like they were gonna, kind of go through the ups and downs of a relationship, but for the snapshot of time that Work-It played within, I thought Jordan Fisher and Sabrina Carpenter really just gave it their all with their romance, and their chemistry on the dance floor was awesome, but their physical chemistry off of it really was just bleeding off of the screen, so I thought it really worked. Even though I felt Jordan Fisher probably could have brought a little bit more emotion to the table in only a couple of scenes, I felt like he really overall did a good job and he served his role really well. Now, this movie is clearly focused 110% on the dancing, so I'd have to say the dancing was actually really fun to watch. It was definitely intricate. There were different styles of dance introduced, and I love that, some of these dancers who didn't necessarily get a lot of speaking lines were able to express themselves, and I know I had some favorites in this movie that really weren't main characters, but every time they danced on screen, I kind of spotted them out, and I thought, man, I want to see more from this guy. This girl is killing it right now. So I like that the film caters to different groups and is not just focused on the TBDs, which is the name of Jazz and Quinn's group. So the movie does really well to that, and I also think that the Thunderbirds, man, they are just so eccentric. So let's get into them for a little bit. This group is pretty much the A team at this high school, and they're bullies. I mean, they're the main antagonists essentially. But I love Juilliard, who leads this group, played by Keiynan Lonsdale. He's Wally West in The Flash. He is just so petty. He's so petty in this movie, but it works for his character, and I feel like he never necessarily takes away from his co-star's shine, but he does command enough of the screen for his presence to be memorable. So I don't know, I thought he just fit in this movie. Okay, now we're gonna get into at least the one negative that I have about this movie, and it does kind of include the dancing. Now I know I said the dancing is really good, it's exceptional even in some scenes. The last act at the Work-It dance competition, which is the penultimate dance competition for these high school kids, I don't know, it felt anticlimactic to me. And also the movie was kind of rushing to the finish line. I almost felt like they didn't put a lot of emphasis on this last dance, the main event. It felt like everything else had even more of a spotlight on it and felt way more important than the final dance, and that was kind of a bummer. And on top of that, while the movie was definitely balancing humor and even some emotion, I don't think tension and suspense was felt in this scene. I just think that everything was kind of one after the other, and once you get to the end, you think, oh, okay, I like this, but why do I feel like it's not as impacting? And I think that was a problem for me. But overall, you guys, I'm genuinely surprised by Work-It. This is a movie that really flew under my radar, and I'm almost glad it did because I didn't see any promo for it. I came in fresh with a complete open mind like I do with every movie I watch, and yeah, I really like this movie. It feels right for the current generation, and even those who grew up with Stomp the Yard and You Got Served. I think there's still a lot to appreciate about not only the dancing in this film, but I think the way they craft a story. This is almost like a coming of age film in and of itself, and I love that. Now, even though the final dance really wasn't as strong as the rest of the film, I mean, it's just made up for because of the charm we got in the first hour and a half, and I really like the humor in this movie. The chemistry among our cast is just great, and yeah, there's not a lot to hate or dislike about Work-It. If anything, I came away from it saying, man, that was so enjoyable. Some of the most fun that I've had this year watching a movie at home. So if you have to ask me, guys, I'd say give it a watch, because I really do think it's going to be better than you think it is. Alright you guys, well there you have it. That's my review for Work It, a film, like I said, just surprised me, and I had a ton of fun with it. Now if you want to see more reviews just like this, go ahead and hit the big red button below and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to tap on that bell as well, just to stay up to date with anything new I've been dropping. Legend of Korra reactions, I mean, we even got a review up for the Umbrella Academy Season 2, so you're going to want to check that out as well. Go ahead and smash that like button, you guys, and comment down below, get loud, and let me know what you thought of the film. Is the final dance sequence really good, or did you agree with me? Maybe it was a little lacking. I mean, regardless, get hype, guys. I mean, I don't know, I'm just gonna dance a little bit, you know? Alrighty, you guys, again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you at the next screening. Yeah, I'm gonna put those away now.